Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be listening to some beautiful stories about angels. Like and subscribe.
Hold on, I just want to show y'all that God is real. If this ain't indication that God's real, I don't know what. So my tire popped. I'm on the side of the highway. Y'all see how my car is faced, so that means I would have to spin. So I was all the way on the left. My tire popped. I don't even know how, because as you can see, it's a full trip. And then I don't know what happened to my bumper or whatever. I thought somebody hit me, but nobody did. I'm all the way on this side. Look where my car is turned. Y'all, my tire popped. I spent off the highway and landed perfectly right here. Not a scratch on me. Yeah, my car a little messed up, but baby, on ongoing traffic, I was supposed to get hit. Y'all see how busy this highway is. Ongoing traffic. I stopped this way, spent off the highway, stopped this way, perfectly on this side of the highway. Baby, what? God is real. God is real, okay?
So being that I've shared so many dark stories on here back to back, I felt the need to spread some light. I'm going to share with you guys my own personal story of the angel that saved me and my daughter's life. So when my daughter was about 3 to 4 years old, I didn't have a car, I didn't have a license, so I used to have to take the bus everywhere. The night before, it had snowed really hard, so that morning the roads were really icy and there was a ton of snow on the ground. I'm walking down the sidewalk with my daughter, kind of hurrying her along because we were running late for the bus, when out of nowhere she just stops. She looks up at the roof of this house where there was like all this snow, and she starts waving and saying, "Look, mommy, look, the angels, they're angels." I'm thinking that she's just seeing the glare from the snow, so I'm kind of looking up and I'm like, I don't see any angels, like we have to go, we're in a rush. She's very persistent with not wanting to move and says, "They're smiling at me, they're waving." And I look up and of course I still don't see anything. And I'm like, we're going to be late, we have to go. This point I'm getting annoyed, so I end up picking her up, and as I kind of turn around to keep walking forward, there's this huge car crash like right in that intersection. A car kind of goes this way and another car hits it, and the car ends up slamming into the house a couple feet in front of us. Had we continued to walk and not stop to say hello to the angels, we would have been standing at that intersection, and would have most likely both of us would not have made it. I mean, that car slammed hard into the side of that house. To this day, that story still gives me chills. Needless to say, I ended up calling my mom to come pick me up, and I was pretty much done for the day. Like, I ended up calling out of work. I felt like it was time for me to just call it a day.
Hey, you want a story time? I'm gonna give you a story time. The story time of when I saw an angel, which was literally like 2 nights ago or a night ago, something like that. So I woke up in the middle of the night to go pee, which I do all the time. I pee like always 1 to 2 times a night. I have health issues. I pee a lot. It's a work in progress. God is helping me through this. He's helping me heal. But as I'm sitting on the toilet, and I did not turn the lights on. I don't turn the lights on in the middle of the night. I just literally stumbled through my room to the bathroom. I didn't turn the lights on. If there was any light, it was from like my computer monitor, not even the monitor. It was from like the little light on the plug that's like this big. That's like the only light that was in my room. That's it. And the light coming through the window from like the lights outside. And so I go to the bathroom and the door is open so I can see into my room. And I sit on the toilet to pee. And as I'm peeing, I look up, and near my bed, I see something floating, and it's just a bunch of eyes. But they're not looking at me. They're looking towards my door, because I'm looking like this, and it's looking like that. And I'm just like, and this is in a matter of seconds, where I'm just like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And I'm like, I am awake, because I can tell when I'm awake. I can't tell. You know, when you're dreaming, you don't realize you're dreaming. You think you're just living life. I was awake, because I was like, I'm awake right now. I know that don't make sense, but it made sense to me. And I was just like, you know what? I got trypophobia, because looking at it, it was already creepy. You know them things from the Matrix, like the Sentinels with all them eyes? It didn't look like that, because it just looked like regular eyes, but that's how many eyes it was. I was just like, this is a holy thing, and I'm not trying to insult it. So I'm gonna mind my business and let them do what they do, because I don't want it to look at me. Because if it look at me, I'm gonna be mean. I'm gonna be like, oh, you ugly. But that's not nice, because it's an angel and he's working and I'm ugly. So, and he protecting me. He doing the Lord's assignment. I'm gonna keep doing the Lord's assignment. I'm gonna be respectful. So I'm just like, let me look over here, because if I keep looking, I'm gonna get creeped out and want to look at me. And so I'm acting like I don't see nothing. And then when I look back just to check, it literally like faded away, like into invisible, like stealth mode. And I was like, you know what? I'ma just go back to bed. So I wiped, I flushed. I'ma be real. I don't even remember if I washed my hands. I don't remember. I don't. But I went back to bed. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you heard about this supernatural phenomenon that sometimes happens to people in really bad car wrecks?
Okay, so boom. The year is 2015 and it's 5 days before Christmas, and I was in this horrible accident, y'all. Like, I'm saying horrible, like an 18-wheeler. Basically, the long and the short of it is an 18-wheeler was speeding in the exit lane, hit a car, knocking me into oncoming traffic. I spun out, hit a few people, landed by the exit sign. So a bunch of people stopped to help that day. There was this one guy, he helped me get my purse, my phone. He saw my kids' car seats and was making sure that they weren't there. Super helpful dude. So after the people that stopped to help initially left, and I'm, standing there waiting on the fire trucks and EMS and, my mom, because I called my mom and she was right up the street, so I'm waiting on her to get there, right? This man comes up and his name was Jonathan. And so he was in his truck and he basically explained to me that my adrenaline was rushing and he was going to stay with me until the fire and EMTs got there, EMS, whatever it is. And so he's like, your adrenaline is rushing and you're probably going to start to feel like you got hit by an 18-wheeler here shortly. So y'all, I kid you not, he says that, and then it's like, boom, my back started having all the muscle spasms. So he lets down his truck bed, the gate to his truck bed, tries to help me up there so I can lay down, right? Couldn't get up there because I was in too much pain. So then he has me lay down on the ground. And so my mom calls and he's telling me what to say to her. I'm repeating things back to her because I had just been hit by an 18-wheeler, So long story short, fire and EMS get there. My mom gets there and I'm looking around so that I can tell this man, thank you for just first of all, staying with me for all this time. And I know that if they see an accident, they're supposed to stop, but I'm saying, y'all, it was a solid 30 minutes, right? So, I'm looking around, the man's gone, his truck's gone, my vehicle's over there just smoking. And so I asked the fire people, I'm like, the man that was helping me when y'all got here, where did he go? And so they were like, ma'am, there was nobody with you. You were just laying down on the ground. And so I'm like, no, his name was Jonathan. He was tall, white. He had blonde hair. The man helped me. And I'm like, Mom, you remember hearing him in the background when I was on the phone, right? And she's like, no, Alexis, I didn't hear anybody. Huh? So yes, I have 100%. That's the long and the short of it. Because of my time's about to run out, but yeah, I've experienced the phenomenon.